Okay, welcome everyone. We're starting in 1 minute's time. I see more people are joining and they're coming in. Welcome everyone. Miliswa, I just want to make sure, are you there? If you are, just put your video camera on and then I will introduce you this afternoon. Okay, we are live streaming as well. We are on Facebook, we are on LinkedIn Live, YouTube Live. So we are live everywhere. Okay, I see Miliswa is in the room. So we're gonna get going now, Miliswa. I just want to give 1 more minute for if there's other beautiful ladies joining. I see Joan Heffel is joining as well. Robin Kitchinger, Melinda, Miranda, Wendy. So nice. I wonder, I think, is there any men in here, or am I the only man that are on here this afternoon? So we're going to listen to Broken But Made Beautiful on this beautiful Women's Day. Let me just put my video on as well. So I just want to honor all of you ladies today, you know, and especially what happened in South Africa a few years ago, those ladies that marched. And this is a special ladies that are powerful and are made beautiful, but not only made beautiful. You know, you women are more powerful than what you think. You are Wonder Women, you are Wonder Girls, you are Super Women, you are Super Girls. And for every lady, you bring men into this world, you bring new life into this world, you bring us all up, and we won't be where we are today if it was not for all of you amazing ladies. So everyone, it is 2:04. I see a few people are still joining in. Nuzile Sele, Joseph Ntumba. Oh, Joseph Ntumba is also here. That's good. Some support. That is fantastic. Okay, so we are live. I just want to say, honor all of you ladies. Thank you for being there this afternoon at 4 o'clock, giving up your time and energy. We're going to listen now to the talk of Miliswa Mjuleni-Ntumba. And she's going to talk about Broken But Made Beautiful. She's married to prophetic Joshua Ntumba, that is also on this call this morning. So thank you for Mr. Joseph, or Prophet Joseph, to support his beautiful wife, Miliswa. And we're looking forward. So please just also let us know in the chat box where you are from. Kosi, I'm from the only city of roses. Welcome, Kosi. Kosi is an amazing person. He's been on all of the calls as well. Kosi, nice to see you, brother. Also, Diane and Marianne, I know, is from Bloemfontein as well, the city of roses. Anyone else, let us know just where you are from. And Miliswa is also a field service engineer at Varian Medical Services. So she's studied engineering. She's been working with Varian for the last year now and 11 months. She's also worked for Siemens for almost 15 years. She's been a student at CPUT studying electrical engineering. She's come from humble beginnings as well. And, you know, Miliswa, I'm not going to talk about how amazing you are. I want you to come and share us your amazing story of who you are, what you've achieved, and how you've got to the topic of Broken But Made Beautiful. Just to let you know, we have some friends here from Dubai, Johannesburg. Fantastic. Thank you. Everyone, just let us know where you are from as well. Just pop it in the chat box. Okay, Miliswa, I'm just giving another minute. I still see people joining. Errol just joined, Sabake, Masilu just joined. That's so fantastic. So, ladies and gentlemen, East London, says Helen Stein. Let us know where you are from in the chat box, if you don't mind, before we kick off. East London, says someone. Yeah, okay, who else? From Durban, Vivek Raju. Nice to have you here, Vivek. And from Durban, okay, anyone else? Melinda from Cape Town. Okay, so all around the country, plus we have in Dubai. Peter Maritzburg, nice to see you as well. Erika Stein. Okay, Miliswa, you have people around the country, even from other places around the world. We're also live streaming online. I'm looking forward to listening to your talk today. For those who don't know, Miliswa has amazing dreams, what she wants to achieve, and may this be the first one of many, and looking forward to it. Miliswa, all over to you, and you're welcome to start. And I just want to know, are you going to share your slides or anything, or are you just going to talk?
I will share a slide, a PowerPoint.
Is it? Will you share? Okay, so you can share it anytime, and I'm here in the background if you need anything and you want to be shared. I'm going to spotlight you for everyone. If you want to see the rest of the people, at the top of your top right, there's a view. If you click on the view, you can say gallery, and it puts it back for you to everyone for gallery, so for you to share. Okay, everyone, Miliswa, beautiful lady, woman, I'm looking forward to your talk.
Okay, just give me a moment. Good afternoon to everyone. Can you hear me? Is my voice clear?
Oh, voice is like an angel, so perfect.
Okay, just give me a moment. I just want to save the file in the right place because I made some changes. Okay. Come on, yeah. So let me share the file. Share screen. Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Special greeting to Cobus, and I thank you for the opportunity that you have given me. I'm grateful that we crossed paths. Before I introduce myself, I'd like to wish every woman here a happy Women's Woman, either your sister, your mother, your wife, your friend, your colleague. So I'd like to extend, that greeting, that the women are special people. Women they are the ones that conceive life, not only conceive, but they nurture life as well. Teachers, everything we know, to see my beautiful picture there. My topic today is broken but made beautiful. You can see how shining I look, but it wasn't always like this. Can you see my presentation? Okay. It wasn't always like this. Okay, so I'll take you back. Who is Miliswa? As Koba said, Miliswa is a field. So this is who I am, and I aspire to become this life coach, this motivational speaker. And I believe that this day is a special day that I'll never forget. This is the first opportunity that I've been given to speak as a person who will motivate others. And yesterday was the birthday of my mother, my late mother. So it's a special day today, the one that gave birth to me. I'm a wife foremost. I'm a wife to a loving husband. I thank you to be in my life and to be my support. And I've got beautiful children. I'm a mother of 5, believe it or not. And I'm a mother of many others as well, because we are not meant to be mothers of only those that we gave birth to, but any other young person that is there, we are mothers. As older women or as wiser women, we're supposed to impart knowledge that we have and the wisdom to those that are upcoming. So I'm happy to see that there's also young women, with us today. So I'm hoping to impart some things to those as well, because I'm going to be speaking about the brokenness part of my life, meaning not now, but it's from earlier on in my life. And I hope to inspire someone today. So I've got 3 beautiful girls and 2 sons, as you see on the screen. When I was growing up, I grew up from a family of 5 children and my parents, but they are both late. May their souls rest in peace. But at least they didn't die when I was a child. They did raise me, into a responsible adult. When they died, I was already working. So I've got this is my twin brother. I remember my father was always saying, when my mother would make fun of me, oh, this child is so shy and so quiet. And my dad would be like, no, protect me. So yes, I seem like a quiet person, but in fact, I'm not that. So this is how I looked. This was the beginning of my life, my elementary years. So then I did grow up in I can say, broken family. Yes, my parents were married, But, you know, because they were not complete people, you know, I experienced things in my home. These are the things that are called brokenness. People experience all kinds of abuse in life, you know, whether it be domestic abuse, not necessarily on you, but experiencing such things affect your life, you know, and sometimes you're looking for something to fill that gap. And this is me here. I was doing grade 12 many, many moons ago. And life happened while I was doing grade 12. And when I say life happened, I mean, I became pregnant. I became pregnant and I didn't know what to do, you know, and I just thought, okay, let me not tell anyone. But as time went on, you know, my mother started just to notice it. I denied it. And then eventually she took me to a clinic. And then they said, no, actually this child is full term. Wow, she's going to be a mother. And this is like the beginning of my matric year. And I think I just finished. We're about to write the March exam. And I thought to myself, no, I'm doing everything on higher grade. I don't want to give up on my studies. So I said, you know what, Mama, I don't want to quit my studies. And then at school, they found that as well. I was almost the head girl, but I didn't make it because of being pregnant, because they only announce it the year that you are in matric. So then they were like, no, you're pregnant. I said, yes, I am. Anyway, I was able to continue. So I know that there are some women that have become pregnant, some young ladies that became pregnant early, and they thought that, you know, it's finished. It's not finished. You know, it's just the beginning. You know, when we go through things, we are being tested, or rather we are being given opportunities to prove how strong we really are. And so this was the case for me. You know, I had this vision that I want to get out of my home. I don't want to stay at home with my parents. I really have dreams. So therefore, this grade 12 would be my key for me to get out of here. And then as a result, that's why I persevered, driven by something which was within, a desire for greatness. So then that happened. And years later, I got into to complete my qualification in electrical engineering. But getting here was not easy, because I know some people, when you finish matric, you think to yourself, what am I going to do? I've finished matric, there's no money, there's nothing. As a result, I stayed that first year at home with the child, you know, and I kept on asking my dad, Dada, and school, because I wanted to become a medical doctor. No, Mimi, wait, the university only opens in February. We'll go to Forte in February. I grew up in the Eastern Cape, by the way. I was born in Cape Town, but I grew up in the Eastern Cape in Port Elizabeth. So then this never happened. Then I had to make a plan. Look, I don't have money. My parents are not rich. They are quite poor because they couldn't afford many things. I remember when I was in matric, there was a time that I had to study and there was no electricity at home, unpaid bill. So, you know, I didn't quit because things were not working for me. I continued with what I wanted, with the vision that I had. So then, and now this year, I didn't study. I then had to find out what are the means of studying. I went to visit Pentech, which is where I studied. Then I found there was an engineering, and that's how I ended up in engineering, not knowing anything about engineering, but the curiosity of saying, at least there's something that I can study if I can't get this medicine. And I got there, and lo and behold, I was successful. Yeah, all the challenges that came with it, I was able to overcome, okay, by the grace of God. So when I started my first year at the tertiary institution, you know, because I'm outspoken, you know, and I love people, I was approached by someone because I had joined a political organization. And then I said, okay, he said, can you contest for the elections since you belong to a party anyway? I said, why not? And I did. And as a result of that, later on, I had to present a manifesto to the students and tell them why they should vote me as their gender officer. I had to stand for the rights of women, you know, and just to empower them, to tell them that, look, you have what it takes. Wherever you want to go, you can make it. So that's what I stood for. Okay, and then this is me after, you know, when we were inaugurated. I was very young. And then, so this was the council that I part of. And if you look closely, you'll see one of them. And it was my first time, my first experience now to be in an environment where I am surrounded by men. And in fact, when I was studying electrical engineering, there were men as well there, but here it was more male dominated, where decisions had to be made, and I wasn't really listened to because I was a woman. So there was always that undermining of you being a woman. I know that we can overlook things, but these things do have a damaging effect on you. The fact that you don't have a voice, you cannot be heard, you cannot express yourself freely. And then later on, I remember there was a time when I was supposed to attend a national conference of women in Durban. They were refusing, but then I pushed and pushed, and eventually that was my one way of actually being on the plane for the first time. And I'm proud of myself that I actually pushed and fought because I persevered. So then I got employed, and I was in a male-dominated industry because engineering, it's mostly men that are there. And I had to face things, like racism from, not everyone is racist, but I had to face that. That's my reality. And discrimination and exclusion. Sometimes somebody does not like you, your team leader doesn't like you for whatever reason, and then they exclude you. So these are the things, that we may think that they're not important, but in fact, they do harm, but I don't actually hate all these things. I love them because out of them, you can actually discover how strong you are. You can actually discover, how resilient you are. So I was in that industry, okay? So there's all sorts of brokenness. I want to explain brokenness again. It can be emotional, or it can be also a spiritual brokenness, the imperfection. Some people, they are born without limbs, that thing can break them. Some people have car accidents and then they become broken. There's many things that break us, divorce, rejection, and so on. And we become victims of many things. Some people have experienced worse things, where they've experienced abuse, sexual abuse of many kinds. So I can say my brokenness came from the fact that my home was not quite a sound home. It wasn't a sound home because my parents, were always bickering with one another because the man wasn't really willing to be a devoted husband who was there and who was supporting his wife, who was working together with the wife to have a productive family. So this is the reality of many people. And I was blessed enough to have a mother and a father in the household, which was better. And they were separated by death eventually. But there are people who don't even know their parents, their mom, their dad, or they were raised by an auntie, or even worse, they were adopted. I just learned recently of someone close to me, I won't say a name, to learn that the mother had abandoned her in a hospital. It was very painful. And I didn't, when we walk around, we see people with makeup on their faces looking very, very good. But we don't know that underneath all of that is a facade. There's so much vulnerability, there's so much brokenness, and they won't tell you their life story just like that. So which means we need to really be empathetic. We need to be mindful of what people are going through. Hence, we need to be kind. We need to be kind. It will not cost us a lot, to be kind to people. Moving on, I'm just trying to click. So in my case, let me talk about my brokenness again. My parents were there for me. They supported me. They hired a nanny for me, and I was able to go to school. But when I came back, I still had to take care of the baby. I still had to love the baby. But the person that had made me, we can say these things quickly and pass from them, but we need to look at the details. You give birth to a child. How many women are left by men? First of all, they are denied while they are pregnant. Many of them, they are just abandoned. Some wives, they are rejected. The husband just goes off. And then we don't understand these people. There's no support of any kind for people who are hurting in this way. And it's not only women who are hurting. It's not only women who are, who are victims of these injustices. Hallelujah. Let me go on. So from my rejection, the things that I started to do, because I wanted to cope you know, with this heaviness that I found myself in. And I started to find there's many ways of escaping, but my escape mechanisms where I started drinking casually, you know, alcohol, finding it as my coping tool. I wasn't really an addict, but I'm just saying that these are the things that drive people to do things. We may see people and judge them from the way that they're living their lives, but there's actually things that are pushing them. Even the fact that a person will decide at grade 12, you know, to sleep with a guy. Maybe there's a void that they were feeling. There was not enough love, you know, then they thought that this person can give me what I need, you know. So I started drinking alcohol, going out with friends, you know. Friends can take you into wrong direction, not being judgmental to know who to go out with and who not to go, like choosing the right friends that will actually make you to grow. Giving yourself to men, that's also what I did. So, you know, the heart is very fragile. Picture it as a glass. Picture it as a glass that you'd like to drink from. You know, if a glass is, the glass it has to be. If the glass is not clean, you won't be able to, you'll be able to spot the dirt that is there, and you won't drink from that glass. So I realized that in order for me, the heart that I have, in order for this heart to be able to give out what is good, picturing my heart as a glass, I need to fix my heart. You know, my heart needs refreshment, just like when you drink water, that is refreshment. And I also need to guard my heart, you know. I need to guard and to choose what I allow to come into my heart and what not to come into my heart. And also that my heart needed molding, because no matter those things that I was trying to do to cope, they were not really helping me. I still found myself broken. You know, in life, there is darkness, there is light, there is good and there is evil. And the evil is also after your heart, you know, in terms of oppression, discouragement, negativity, you know. Darkness will want to take your heart and make sure you stay discouraged, you stay hurt, you know, you stay negative, you stay down. Many people are taking antidepressants these days because, you know, their hearts are not fine. Their hearts are not fine, they're not clean. There's a word that says, my son, give me your heart for your eyes to observe my ways. No one can master the heart. The heart is very deceitful. No person can master the heart. I did everything, you know, trying to fill this void, but I went into further brokenness, trying to do things my way, but it didn't work. So I ended up finding that I need a spiritual element to help me to know who I am. Because when I know who I am, then I'll be able to face anything. I will be able to conquer anything because I know who I am. You know, I know what I want. You know, I'm able to go after my dreams. I've got the motivation that I need to go on after my dreams. And I also know that I have to focus on the positive of life, not the negativities of life. Because when you focus on the negativity, you will dwell in the negativity. Nothing will work out in your life because you're focusing on the negative. So then from this spiritual element, I was able then to be able to know that I cannot stay on the negative. I must be positive. So the glass that is broken, it needs to be put together, you know. Picture a glass, if the glass is broken, let's say a bottle, the bottle is closed and the bottle is empty. Many of us close our hearts. We don't want our hearts to be opened. So nothing can come in and nothing can come out. You know, you don't let your emotions out. They are all locked inside. So the glass has to be broken in order for you, you know, to give out the smell that is within that bottle that you have, which is your heart. So there's a woman who broke her perfume, and there was a sweet fragrance, a nice fragrance that came out from that bottle, you know, when she was worshiping. So when she was worshiping, then she brought out a sweet aroma, a fragrance that was so expensive. So what is in your glass? You know, if we break your glass, if we break your heart and we see what is inside, what will come out of the heart? Will it be bitterness? Will it be negativity? Will it be, you know, all the negative things that were done to you? As I mentioned earlier on, that people have experienced so much wrong, so much injustices. I could today decide to be racist because somebody was racist to me. But my heart, I decided to fill my heart with things that are positive, love, things that are encouraging, you know, the right words, affirmations, you know, affirmations, positivity, and things that produce life, and not be filled with bitterness, and not be filled with sorrow, and not be filled, you know, with brokenness. So you are broken for a cause. When you look at your life, you realize that there are some people who have gone through even worse experiences that you would never wish you would go through them. But they are not just broken for the fun. They are chosen. We are chosen. With everything that we have gone through, there is a purpose for that thing that you have gone through. Because with that thing that you have gone through, which is so bad, you are able now to come out and speak out about that thing, as bad as it is. Speak out and be able to heal somebody else, because the more you speak, you will be able to heal. Yes, at first, when your glass is broken, you know, smelly things will come out that you are keeping in your heart. But as time goes, you know, when you break let's say you put an egg container and it was rotten, after some time, that smell will disappear, meaning that you don't have to keep anything locked in your heart that isn't supposed to be there. You can open your heart, let your heart be open, speak out about what is bothering you, what you have gone through, and you'll see how much lighter you'll be, because as time goes on, that odor will die, and then you'll be able to fill your heart with positive things. You'll be able to fill your heart with refreshing things, you know. So, and that is when you'll be getting to the journey of being beautiful. There are people who were raped and they came out and they told their stories, and they're going all over the world telling their stories, trying to empower others from what they went through. So your brokenness it wasn't meant to kill you. It was meant to make you the person that you never knew you could be. So there is a purpose in your life, and you are also strong, because when you overcome these things, you realize how much strength you actually have. Because when I went through, you know, what I can say, at work, the situation that I went through, I became strong. I became focused, that when I am working, even if they don't like me, even if they do like me, I will focus on being the best that I need to be at this current role, and prove them all wrong, but more so to make myself happy. You know, I have strength. I can encourage others that are coming. If they're facing the same challenges, I can make them strong. It also gives me courage as well. You know, even if something can come in the future, because people they think that life is all about good things. No, life isn't all about good things. You must expect the bad things as well. And don't shy away from them, because those things that are bad are the actual things that will help you to realize who you really are and how much courage you really have. So what I have learned is that I am strong. I've also learned that I am an overcomer. I have overcome even the worst things that I haven't mentioned in this talk. But I can still put a smile on my face and say good morning every day. How are you? Because I'm choosing to be positive rather than to be negative. I am a winner. No matter what I do, you know, I will always win. Yes, it may take me time. It may take me time, but I will slowly but surely win. The race, you know, we have different strengths, but if we focus on the prize, we will be able to achieve what we want to achieve. There is no fear in me anymore, because I know that, you know, the David in the Bible, he looked at Goliath Goliath looked like the biggest giant. Everyone shied away. But David was able to approach the Goliath and say, who do you think you are? So whatever giant comes and stands before you, the giant can be, any problem that can break your heart, that can be your giant. But you need to face it without fear and say that, who do you think you are? I have overcome that before, and I have overcome that one before. Therefore, I have no fear. Because I have learned these things, these problems have actually helped me to become somebody who has no fear and who can face the challenges that are brought day in, day out. Thinking about COVID, it's a challenge, COVID. What gonna do? You can't shy away, you must face it. Even the fear slowly diminished. I know that the lack of income, having suffered from it in terms of illness and what it has done to your body, but we still need to arise and say, look, yes, COVID happened, we overcame, many didn't make it, but I'm still standing, meaning there's a reason why I am kept. I must look forward. I must learn from what has happened from me. I cannot sit and sulk, but I need to learn from what I've gone through. And I must also accept, because when we don't accept things, we get stuck in those ruts, but you need to accept things, because when you accept, you begin to be able to move forward. Some people have had HIV in the past, like many years ago. The only reason that made them die is not because HIV was deadly. They died because they accept that they have HIV. If they say you've got HIV/AIDS, accept it. I understand it's painful, that it's like there's a fear of death hanging over you. But what can you do? If you really want to live, you must accept it, because when you accept it, you begin to take the steps, to go toward fixing the problem, because there is things that you can do and live. There are people who are living 20 years on with HIV. So acceptance is very important. Everything that is happening in your life. If a man decides to leave you, or a woman decides to dump you for whatever reason, they were never yours. They were never your level. It means whatever that you have, they cannot go where you are going. So accept it, and forgive also those that have hurt you, because imagine someone hurting you in a bad way. Like, I know many people who have gone through rape. It takes them many, many years to recover. Many end up being depressed, and many, it's just a very sad story. So meaning, what do I need to change in order for me to live again? Because you are given life for a reason, that you must live, and you must enjoy this life that you have been given. It's a blessing. Every day we wake up, it is a gift, meaning that if I'm given a gift, what must I do? I must embrace this life that I've been given. So when you forgive those who have hurt you, then you begin, to embrace the life that you have, because you realize that if you don't forgive, you are keeping the people locked in that same heart of yours. So this heart is very fragile. It's like a glass. A glass, if you just touch it, it will break. So which means don't put things in your heart that can cause your heart to break. If somebody has wronged you in anyhow, maybe you can say to yourself, okay, I understand they did this to me because they must be coming from somewhere. There must be some brokenness in them for them to react the way that they are reacting. Therefore, how do I help myself? Because it's all about me being right first before I can be right to other people. So forgiving them and loving them as well, because sometimes they are lacking love. That's why they are so mean. That's why they are so hateful. I mean, that's why they're saying things that are hurting you, because they don't know love. So you continue to love them. I mean, I remember, let's say if somebody dumps you, are you going to stop loving because somebody dumped you? Does it mean that because a man leaves you or a woman leaves you, that it is finished with you? No, you are created to love. You are created to have a life partner. So therefore, if you close your heart because one man 20 years ago hurt you, then it means, you are the one who's stopping your life short, meaning you need to let them out of the prison of your heart. You need to release them. You need to let go of what has happened. Yes, I understand it's not easy, but eventually you need to let them go. But if you count 5 years, 6 years, you're still saying the same thing, that he left me, she left me. But that person is happy, they're living their lives the way that they want to live them. And you are still sitting here thinking about somebody who is long gone. So forgive yourself and forgive them, and then you'll be able to love once again. Let go of what has happened. Good things, bad things happen to good people. There's nothing wrong about you. There's nothing that you did that could have caused what happened to you, even if there was something that you did. But you need to decide to let go. If you focus on the positivity and you write down the good things that are going for you, sometimes you have a shelter over your head. Other people have got no shelter, especially after COVID. Other people's situations have gone even worse. So if you keep your mind, there's a saying that says, the Bible says that if a person is what they think, so which means you need to think right. You need to think right. Be thankful of what you have. Be thankful of the few friends you have. Be thankful of the small money you have in your bank account. Even if it's small, you still have some money. Others don't even have it. The job that you have, be thankful for it. You still have parents. I don't have parents anymore. Be thankful, love them, and most importantly, take courage. Those that never try, those are the cowards, but those that try and make mistakes, those are the ones that always discover things. So be called those people that are courageous, that take the necessary steps, to change things. I know that being on Zoom, being on live is a new thing for me. To actually host, to be the one, to be the speaker. But if I don't start, I will never find out what's on the other side. So I have to take courage and come and stand before people that I don't know and speak the life that I want to speak into them, hoping that I will touch one or two. So in everything in life, you have to take courage. You have to say yes to some things, whether you don't know. Yes, it's uncertain of the outcome, but just say yes anyway. Like, look at how I met Cobus, because I smiled and I said something in passing. Some people need to hear you say hi to them. It doesn't take a lot of money to do that. Smile. I always say to my children, smile, and you'll get that smile back. So if you smile at someone, there's a pity now we're wearing masks. We can't really smile. So if you can't smile, just say hello. I said hello to Cobus, and today here we are. So yeah, that's the one thing that we can do. And we have options, to stay fearful or to step out, because life is a battle. Even when you are being born, it's a battle. You are crying. You're like, oh, what am I coming to do here? You're crying. So therefore, this life is a battle. Ups and downs, up and down every day. It is never the same day. So are you going to be fearful? Are you going to stay behind doors? We were never going to stay behind doors and say COVID is here, we will stay indoors. No, we are people. We've got things to do. We have a purpose that we have to achieve. So therefore, you have the options. Are you going to stand back in fear, or are you going to step out, in faith and do what you are called to do? So don't stop dreaming, because everything is birthed from what you envision. So have that goal, have those visions. I remember they were telling me about having a vision board, like, Suga, vision board. But I've realized that when you have a plan as a person, you are able to achieve that plan. If you write it down, you are able to achieve it. I have a book where I write things and I say, I want to be this. This is what I want. And when I check the book, I'm like, oh my goodness, it is achieved. Why is it achieved? Because I wrote it down. We've got so much things, and they seem like they are so huge, but they're not huge. Just write them down and see whether they won't unfold, in your life. So the future for me, what I desire, and this is what I've written down, is that I must go all over the world and spread my aroma, what I have. You can only give what you have, and what I have is love. I love people. I love to see them, becoming the best versions of themselves, knowing that they are great, know that you are created, to win, not to lose. You are great. Your name is supposed to be great. Your name is not supposed to diminish. No, we must know about you. We must hear about you. Generations to come, we must know that there was a Bonnie, you know, there was a Miranda that lived in South Africa. So don't disappear, because I know that a broken heart, you know, everything that you're feeling can make you shy away and hide yourself. But we are refusing to shy away. We are refusing, you know, to let these things get to us. But we are saying that we know we are going to go forth. So I want to go forth and encourage people to say, go for it, whatever you want. It's possible, that there is hope for tomorrow. As long as there's breath in you, there's so much more that you can achieve, you know, beyond your brokenness, beyond your situation, your troubles, your trials. There is life. There is someone who sees you as a gold that they're looking for. Yes, somebody may think that you are a piece of rubbish, but somebody else will see a diamond in you. So you are so valuable. You know, the future is bright. Don't focus on the past, but focus on the future. Because people that are focusing on you know, when you throw a piece of rubbish in the bin, you throw a piece of rubbish in the bin and then you close it. Now picture this as your heart. You keep on throwing things in your heart that are not good and keeping them there, and you don't empty it after a few days. Then will you take that same rubbish and look at it and even smell it? No, you won't. Same as your heart. Treat it as a treasure. It's a treasure. It's the place where good things come from. There is light at the end of the tunnel. There is joy forevermore. There is greatness. And you are the light. You are the light that needs to bring other light to others because of what you have gone through. Yes, I hope I have inspired. I hope I have encouraged. Cobus, I'm giving over to you to control if there's any questions. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. If there's anyone that'd love to have a question, please welcome to put your hand up or let us know in the chat box, and just give us some feedback how it was. For my son, Miliswa, wow. There's a lot of things that I didn't know about what you shared today, and you know, that was just the impact. You know, I got to know you a little bit better and all of your experiences, and so thank you for opening up. Thank you for sharing with us, you know, your journey, and that is what it's important. So for those who don't know, you know, we met at an airport. I was flying back on the Sunday from George, and Miliswa was flying down to Cape Town, and we were sitting, and I was chatting with someone, and yeah, she just, hi, I'm Miliswa, you know, and we started connecting and talking and making jokes and took each other's numbers, and here we are. And me and Miliswa have been a journey on the last 2 months, and you know, she has big dreams she wants to achieve. She got me to become part of a team. I'm a coach for her and helping her to reach her goals and her dreams. And you know, sometimes what I do is I put someone in the middle of the ocean and say, let's swim. And I told Miliswa, it's Women's Day. You know, why not jump in and share your story? Let's start this. Let's create. Because the thing is, it takes one seed to be planted, and that seed can become a harvest. And so Miliswa jumped at the opportunity, and she's here to share. And like Wendy says, you are great and impactful. Thanks for the words of encouragement from Melinda. Diane Fosler says, absolute amazing. Perlette, for you to know, Miliswa, Perlette is all the way from Canada, you know, so we even have someone from Canada here. Perlette, I thank you for being here, Perlette. She says, awesome, so impactful. Andre Lamb says, powerful presentation. Marianne Kotze says, strong women, you inspire. Thank you. Unfortunately, I have to go now, but all the best to you. Sabaki says, powerful story. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for giving us that feedback. Miliswa, I think you did impeccable today. You have an inspiring story like Carol Njuguna, I hope I say that said, and powerful story. You know, I don't know, is Mr. Joseph still on here? Do you want to love to say something to your beautiful wife? I don't know, let me know in the chat box if you would love to just say something to your beautiful wife. Yeah, so I'm just giving him opportunity. I don't know if he's still on. I see he has his hand on. So let's see there. So let's see if Mr. Joseph
must unmute.
Yeah, must unmute yourself. Kozi says, wow, yes, you never educate. Sabaki says, who are the yes, beautiful question. Here's a question for you. Who are the women who inspire you?
The women that inspire me is Cindy Trim, Dr. Cindy Trim. That woman inspires me greatly. And Dr. Juanita Bainham, among others. Those are the ones that they inspire me the most.
I'm going to also be on a lookout for in the email. Please go connect with Miliswa on LinkedIn. I will put the details for you in the chat box as well. Miliswa Palet says, amazing. Thank you so much, Kobus, for organizing this amazing talk. Definitely. Miliswa, you shared about the vision board and a dream. But before we get that, I see Joseph has unmuted himself. Joseph, would you love to say something? Thank you for being here today and your support.
Oh, yes. It's wonderful. It's amazing to hear her, to speak her story. It's very powerful. It's encouraging, and it's amazing. I encourage her to do this. I always encourage her to do this. And I thank God for your meeting. It was really myself. I work in a prophetic. I was saying it's prophetical because God make you to meet and to fix this appointment, divine appointment. It's amazing. It's what I can say. It's amazing.
Thank you for that, Prophet. Nice to have you. And thank you for saying that. Like you say, it was meant to be, and it was a divine intervention. So thank you for that. And thank you for being such a good support for Miliswa and for your supporting her today. So just one question. How does it feel to be married to such a powerful woman?
To be married, come again?
To be married to such a powerful woman, how does it feel?
Oh, it's very great. She's really supportive. Even in my ministry, she's really supportive. I thank God to meet her. I always say she's really the helper that I need. I support that I need in my ministry, in my life, in our family. And I think the world needs real people like this.
Yeah, definitely. They say behind every successful man, there's the strong woman that actually helped him to be successful. So that is definitely true. Like Grace said, thanks, Mrs. Miliswa. May you grow from strength to strength and from glory to glory. God bless you. So beautiful that. Okay. Everyone, I just want to say thank you for your support. Diane says, love your smile, Miliswa. Yes, beautiful smile. You have a beautiful family, big family. You are blessed in abundance. Any last quote or words from you and before we close today?
What I'd like to say is that thank you very much for not leaving the meeting and staying until the end. I really appreciate your support because this is how you show love to me. And I just promise that I will do the best. I'll do deeper than today and make sure that whoever that I touch, ends up joyful, ends up hopeful and becomes the great person that they're meant to be. So go out there with the little strength that you have and go and conquer what is before you. You are a winner, you are a winner. No, don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Always fight them and say, no, I am a winner.
You are a winner. Teresa says, thanks for the session. It touched me and you gave me strength. Miliswa, you have a story to tell, and may this be the first one of many. You touched people's lives today. You touched my life, and it's an honor to know someone like you. May you have a beautiful Monday afternoon, and thank you for everyone that came on to support from around the world, from as far as Canada to South Africa, and we are very blessed. Miliswa, have a beautiful night. Everyone have a beautiful night as well. And
thank you.
take care.
Well. Stay blessed. Bye-bye.